The genetic change in a population caused by natural selection is polymorphism, specialization, gene linkage, adaptation. The genetic change in population caused by natural selection, adaptation. Gametes in animals are produced by which of the following? Which of the following meiosis? Cellular organelles that interact with hydrogen peroxide are called peroxisome. The species, two species can avoid competition and better use the environment resources by occupying different. Two species can avoid competition and better use the environment resources by occupying different niche. The main large target in the prevention of lung cancer elimination of tobacco smoking. And which of the following statement are true about the capsule? Unit of the it is the individual unit of capsule. Okay. Which of the following are important point of Lamarck theory? Lamarck use and disuse both A and B. Which of the following does not show quaternary structure? Quaternary, no. Fibrin, hemoglobin, pepsin, fibrin or globulin, fibrin. What type of cells carry out photosynthesis? A colonchimatous cell, colon, coloronchimatous cell, coloronchimatous cell. The the patellar reflex and the Achilles reflex are the example of monosynaptic reflex. Monosynaptic reflex. Monosynaptic reflex. Find out the current sequence. Water 680, 700, and then NADPH. Which one of the following occur in dark reaction of photosynthesis? Synthesis of phosphoglyceraldehyde. In the dark reaction of photosynthesis, phosphoglyceraldehyde. And from beginning of the third release of nitrogen, release of oxygen, formation of ATP. Delta synthesis of phosphoglyceraldehyde. From beginning of third month of pregnancy, the human embryo is referred to as the fetus. All individual has a heterozygous genotype. An individual with a heterozygous genotype is a heterozygote. An individual with a heterozygous genotype is a heterozygote. An individual with a heterozygous genotype is a heterozygous. Heterozygote. Which is the main vessel in arthropod? Usually left dorsal, lies on dorsal side. Lies on dorsal side. What is the concentration of cell bodies on neurons called ganglia? An entire skeletal muscle is surrounded by ये अपना माइको अपना epimysium. An entire muscle is epimysium. Microfilament are composed of protein called actin. Microfilaments are composed of protein called actin. Actin. What is the copper containing protein involved in electron transport chain in plant? What is the copper containing protein involved is plastocyanin. And the controlling function of hypothalamus is hypothalamus करता है जी डबल एल है ना अपना नहीं hypothalamus water balance hypothalamus water balance. Which are the following good for learning? Hippocampus, herpes virus simplex. Inbreeding reduce the fitness of a population. This is the result of which increased genetic effect of breeding. Inbreeding reduce the fitness of a population. This is the result of which increased genetic effect of inbreeding. Genetic expression of deleterious recessive trait. If we consider Hardy-Weinberg law, the following is incorrect in sense. Uh, Inbreeding reduce the fitness of operation. This is the result of which increased genetic effect of inbreeding, expression of deleterious recessive trait. If we consider Hardy-Weinberg law, the following is incorrect in its sense. Non-random mating will reduce chance of evolution. Non-random mating will reduce chance of evolution. If we consider Hardy-Weinberg law, the following is incorrect in sense. Non-random mating reduce chances of evolution. Which system is present in nematodes? Tube-like digestive system. Nematodes tube-like digestive system. What? Which system is present in nematodes? Tube-like digestive system. If we consider hardware, the following is incorrect in sense. Non-random mating will reduce chance of evolution. Which of following are modern day descendants of theropod dinosaurs? Three birds. The cementing material between adjacent plant wall, lamella, middle lamella. The actual remains or traces of organisms that lived in ancient geological time is known as the actual remain or traces of organisms, fossils. The most abundant intracellular free nucleotide ATP chemical substance used on living tissue that inhibit the growth of microorganisms are called antiseptic. In fruit flies, white eyes are produced by a dominant X linked mutation. Dominant X linked mutation with the wild type being red eyed. If a white eyed male is mated with a red eyed female, what will be the phenotype of the resulting offspring? All the males will have all the have white eyes. A much smaller and ancient bacteria are present in group Archaeobacteria, ancient bacteria. The joint that allows the movement in two direction is called hinge joint. The gene which controls ABO group has many alleles in an individual. Uh, the gene ABO blood group 3, glottis is lined with mucous membrane. If the non-protein part is loosely attached to the protein part, the enzyme is known as coenzyme. Coenzyme. If the non-protein part is loosely attached to protein part, coenzyme. Which of the statement is not true for compound like glycoprotein and glycolipid? They are conjugate molecules of carbohydrate. Both have role in extracellular matrix of animal bacterial. They are component of biological membrane. Extracellular matrix and ये भी ठीक है. Both are produced and secreted by endoplasmic reticulum. Which of the following animal is not a प्रोटोस्टोम? 46 प्रोटोस्टोम नहीं है. कौन सा नहीं है? स्टिंगरे प्रोटोस्टोम स्टिंगरे प्रोटोस्टोम. Which of the following is not protostome? Stingray. Net yield of H2O in photosynthesis is 0. The soluble sap of nucleus in a plant cell is called soluble sap nucleoplasm. An example of convergent evolution is best represented by which of following? Wings of hawk mouth. The wings of hawk. An example of convergent evolution is the best represented. Teeth of domestic dog, teeth of wolf, wings of goosey pizza, wings of hawk moth and wings of hawk. 50. Which of these functions will be affected if medulla oblongata is damaged? medulla होगा तो medulla oblongata ये तो आता था. Tentacle sensation response when pricked with needle. When pricked with needle. When pricked with needle. Tentacle sensation when pricked with needle. Tentacle sensation when pricked with needle.